Hey, what is up guys? Flex Media here, bringing you yet another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Alright, so this is kind of the part 2 of should I reroll on this banner. And again, I'm going to say the answer is double-edged. If you didn't catch part 1, go ahead and watch part 1. Just search on my channel, you'll find it. But again, this banner is really, really good. So I kind of want to go over the units. So we're on DBZ Space right now. So big shout out to them. But this is, so let's see, we are at max awoken orbs. Okay, we're good. Get out of here. No, we want him awoken. Oh, here we go. Technical difficulty there. This is Zamasu, the true power of the gods. He is this says God Dimension, but that means Realm of Gods, category leader, key plus 3 HP and attack 170%, defense 130, or extreme class allies, key plus 3 HP, attack and defense plus 120%. So very, very good. Again, one of the better leader skills in the game. And I think that, sort of spoiler alert to the end, but I think for sure this leader skill, pulling this guy in general, is going to make a reroll absolutely worth it. Not to mention the discounts we're getting on the banners. We'll talk about that toward the end. But you can kind of see, so he's not one who stacks his attack and defense. That does not mean he's not good, so don't get it twisted, guys. We have plenty of free-to-play units that stack attack and defense, or stack one or the other, so they can be really viable on Legendary Goku event. This dude, he's really going to shine, in my opinion. He's really going to shine in Dokkan events and on Super Battle Road. He's got this 40% damage reduction, and he's going to recover 7% HP if you're 70% or below, which is good. I mean, you kind of wish it would have been a little bit more, but that's all right. As you can see, he's got a really good HP stat and attack stat. That's really good. He's almost at 17,000. Almost 12,000 on the defense, so he's got really good stats. He has really good links as well. He's going to link up with any extreme type unit on the Future Saga or on the Realm of Gods for sure. He's got godly power. It's godly power or warrior gods. I don't know that translation right here. Again, so if you didn't catch my first video, for whatever reason, these units, I think when they're getting transferred over from JP to English, I think they sort of are like, sort of the website goes down, because neither of these units are on the Dokkan Wikipedia page, so I don't have exact translations here, so you will have to forgive me. Go ahead and check it out in a few hours. It should be up and running. So here is the United Zamasu. It's fused Zamasu. So obviously the same leader skill. His healing goes up a little bit. He's giving himself 2 key, attack 120, and he's going to, let's see, receive damage. Oh, he's going to receive 10% HP at 80% or below, and he's still got 40% damage mitigation. Now, on this particular page, we can't look at his transformation, but what I can tell you is that it is like his active skill transformation, that is. I can tell you he gets 280% attack, which is insane. I mean, he's one of the rare Dokkan Fest exclusive TURs that can hit for 4 million plus on the attack stat, which is just insane. I mean, it really is insane. So he's really, really good, guys. 280% attack when he transforms from his active skill. So this is one of the few units that has like a double transformation, which is pretty cool. So, there are some points where probably this unit, you're not going to want to really hold off on his transformation. because once he gets it, when you get that 280% attack, you're going for like a death blow. Like you're going to end the Dokkan event, you're going to end that phase, you're going to end that stage on Super Battle Road. That's why you're using his active skill, right? So anyway, you're probably not going to want to hold off, whereas on the Trunks, he stacks attack and defense. So it might benefit you to hold off on the active skill transformation. But anyway. Okay, moving on. He's really good. This guy is also really good. This is the Super Saiyan Bath Lee. Super Saiyan Broly is what that should say. He is the movie bosses and full power lead. Movie bosses, he gives attack 170, HP and defense 150, or full power, key plus 3 attack 170, HP and defense 130. So he is going to increase, before he transforms, he's going to raise attack on super attack, not infinitely, just for one turn. And then super extra large damage means immense damage. So again, he has key plus 6, attack 130, defense 100%. So that's very, very good, which that basically means under his own leader skill, he's going to auto super. You don't need to get him any key. Even if you were on a stage where it was like the candy key, where Majin Buu replaces the key with candy, he would still super attack. Anyway, so he's really good. He's one of the best floating units in the entire game for that particular reason. Not to mention he has I believe, prepared for battle and shocking speed. I believe that's what Linson readiness is prepared for battle. So this is his full power state. Again, really, really good. He transforms after only 4 turns. Probably the second best conditions in the entire game. Only second to Trunks and Zamasu. So I guess maybe the third, if you want to say it like that. But in this form, he's going to massively lower defense, which is really handy for the Legendary Goku event. He lowers defense on super attacks. So look at that. Attack 188, key plus 8, which is totally unnecessary. And then defense 120. Again, he can potentially super 3 times in 1 turn. It's just unreal. Unreal. He's really, really good. Again, he was on the 300 million download celebration banner. So it does devalue these banners just a little tiny bit. However, they're still really good. And if you never managed, let's say you're free to play, maybe you only did 3 multis or something like that. And if you didn't pull him, you have another chance to pull him. You also have an opportunity to pick him up with coins, which I would recommend. He is one of the lone units I would recommend picking up with your coins. Let's kind of move on here. I don't want to keep these videos too horribly long. But this is Int Goku Black. He is the Time Travelers category lead. HP, attack, and defense 150%, key plus 3. Or Extreme Intelligence, key plus 3, HP, attack, and defense plus 90%. The way his kit kind of works is he's going to he's one of the only units in the game that massively raises his own defense upon super attacks. So that makes him an absolute juggernaut in the Legendary Goku event. And he does the same thing when he transforms. He's going to stack his attack 40% each turn, up to 120%, as you can see. And he stacks his crit 5%. So every time he's attacked. So he's really good, guys. He's really, really good. The only problem is it takes him a while to kind of rev his engines, you know what I mean? So this is kind of a similar thing with the LR Goku Black, but once they're fully built up, they're both really, really good. This guy has probably the most beautiful super attack animation in the game. So as you can see, his attack goes up a little bit. So attack 150. And he's got he's going to give key plus 3, and then I think, he's giving attack or defense? I can't tell. Forgive me, I don't know all of these units like the back of my hand, but go ahead and check it out on the Dokkan Wiki page. He is up and running on the Dokkan Wiki. He's been on many banners. But he's good. It's not the end of the world if you pull him. This will only be the 3rd banner that Turles has been on. Still to this day, one of the best support units in the game. Oh, damn it all. Still to this day, one of the best support units in the game. He's giving, he is also another movie boss category leader. Attack, HP, and defense 150. Or extreme AGL, HP, attack, and defense 150, key +3. I wouldn't recommend running extreme AGL. That's not that great of a leader skill, but you could, in theory, run it, and at least they'd get key. So he's providing key +3 and attack 40%, which is, I mean, monstrous. And that's for any ally that's on his team. So even on a Pure Saiyan's team, he's going to buff the super type units too. So that's really, really good. He's basically the all-encompassing support unit. He does not provide defense, unfortunately. However, he does transform. He was one of the OG transforming units. So this is his transform version. So, one thing to also make mention of, he's got a medium chance to stun. This guy has a high chance to stun. Obviously, leader skill the same. He's going to recover HP at the beginning of each turn. Attack and defense 130. And then, I don't know what the last part of that passive is, but yeah, he's going to get attack and defense 130%. Again, he's really good. Definitely a good thing if you pull him. If you don't have him, you definitely want him. He's good. So moving on, STR Rose. Excuse me. I did want to make mention, people give him a hard time. He is the counterpart to the Vegito Blue, the Tech Vegito Blue, where he's giving the key +3 HP, attack, and defense 120. Presuming you have one of each type on your team. But he takes a lot of flack because he can get hit kind of hard. But you have to remember that he is a support type unit that can hit hard. That's what he is. So he can get touched up a little bit. He might be aging just a little tiny bit, but look at everything he does. He debuffs superclass enemies' attack by 30%. Obviously doing immense damage. His own attack is 120%. And he's also buffing extreme type allies, which he himself is an ally. So he's going to be, I'm sorry, he's going to be buffing his own, he's going to be buffing extreme type allies. Wow, I couldn't spit that out. Key +3 and defense 50%. And he's going to debuff the super type enemies 20% attack and defense. That part of his super attack, I forgot. He's actually going to be raising allies attack. So if you have him in the first slot, he's going to raise allies attack by an additional 30%. So he's really good, guys. He's really good. Not a bad thing if you pull him. He's good. You know, particularly, you know, you can run him on a Future Saga team. You can run him on Patara. He's a really good addition, or that Realm of Gods team. He links up particularly well with any other Goku Black or Zamasu unit. So go ahead and go wild. Now, this guy. I just did a video on him. He is still okay, but again, he's running into that same problem with his leader skill that is just completely outdated. That key +1 is so bad. It's so bad. Even though he's going to share a few key links, you might still be able to get him to super. You know, he's got like pretty typical, like, so he's got like what? United Warriors, Fused Fighter, Dismal Future is key +1. So he's fine. He's going to debuff allies. Which is unfortunate, and he's going to give himself 120% attack. There's not really much to talk about on him other than that he needs an EZA. I think if they remove that debuffing of the superclass allies and give him attack 120 and defense 120, I just think he's going to be just fine, because you'll tack on about roughly 3,000 to all those stats, roughly. It's not exactly that, but let's just say 18,000 attack, 16,000 HP, 12,000, 13,000 defense. He's going to be just fine with 120 attack and defense. So he needs an easy A, but he's still okay. The problem is he's been around so long, a lot of people probably have him rainbowed. And then this guy, AGL Rose. He's really, really good still. So he's the counterpart to the Fizz Vegito Blue. Again, so he's key +3 HP attack and defense 50%. He's going to greatly lower defense, obviously immense damage. So he's going to buff himself key +3 and attack 100%. He is poised to be getting an easy A pretty soon, but if you pull him, especially if you're a new player, he's a great pull. He was one of my very first SSRs that I ever pulled, and then I eventually pulled a dupe of him. And once you get a dupe in him, man, and he can crit, he just seems to be so good. I mean, he's still to this day hitting for over 1 million attack stat, so that's good. You want him to be just a little bit better. He'll be getting his easy A within the next year, I would imagine. So if you pull him, even if you have him rainbowed, hang on to the copies. He will be getting an easy A at some point. But anyway, guys, there's the video. I kind of just wanted to go over. So there are 2 parts, again, to these videos. So go ahead and watch part 1 if you have not. But is it worth a reroll? The answer is yes, it is. And again, that's a double-edged sword. The game is not real conducive to rerolls anymore, particularly with the introduction of the Extreme Z area, where they want you to use older units and farmed units, and it's really not conducive. They want you to use those older units, and a lot of those units are just as more and more units get added to the game, they just get buried further and further down in the banners. So it becomes harder and harder to pull those older units. So, rerolling, it is an option here, especially like, let's say you're an older player and you want to get back into the game. Maybe you're like a low rank, like in the 150s or 200s or something. You don't have that many Dokkan Fests. You haven't played in a year or two. The game has changed a lot, even since I've been playing in the last, couple years. It's changed quite a bit. So I think for sure it's worth it. Not to mention the discounts you're getting on the banners. As I mentioned in the last video, more than likely what we're going to get is a discounted summon. The first 3 summons are going to be probably 35, 40, and then 45, and then a free multi. And then after that, it'll be 50 per multi, and then buy 3, get 1 free. So, I mean, if you have, if you have less than 300 stones, so what if you have 280 stones? You can do 2 full rounds, 8 multis. I mean, that's nutso, dude. That's crazy. So if let's say you go and you buy like a rank 1 account with 2,000 stones, you're going to more than likely clear both banners. You really will. With that 3+1, I'm telling you guys, that 1 multi, that free, really adds up. And on top of that, we're more than likely going to get tickets. Well, not more than likely. We are getting tickets. We just don't know if I assume they're going to be like the 4-year anniversary, where for every multi-summon you get 3 or something like that, you know what I mean? Or it's based on how many stones you spend. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Or the worst case scenario is their Pilaf's Trove and you have to buy them. So obviously that's not going to be for everyone and completely not conducive for free-to-play players. But you will at least get, for sure, if you've been logging in, you will for sure get 5 tickets. So these rank 1 accounts you can buy with like 2,000 stones. And then you can actually play the quests, you can play all the story events, and actually have fun playing the game. You know, so that's the cool part about those rank 1 accounts. So I mentioned it in the last video. Go ahead and number 1, subscribe to the boy Tiger Uppercut Media. He's a great influence to this channel. And go on Ultra Dokkan Discount. You can find him on Facebook. I don't know the website right offhand. It's some selly website. I don't know it. But go find him on Facebook. Use discount code TIGER, and you'll get 15% off. You can get a farmed account with like 5,000 stones on it for pretty cheap. But I would recommend getting a rank 1 account. And then that way you can actually play the game with these sweet units and farm up the free-to-play events, farm up all those characters. It's a good time, guys. It's a good time. It's why we play the game, right? So anyway, that's the video, guys. Go ahead and leave a comment and let me know if you plan on re-rolling or if you're going to just, you know, summon with your old account. In no way would I recommend skipping these banners. They're far too valuable, especially with that free multi and the discounted summons. At the very least, guys, do 1 round on each. We will have enough free-to-play stones to do that, especially even if you have like 50 or 100 in the bank right now. Stones, that is. You'll for sure be able to do 1 rotation on each. So, yeah, like I said, okay, let's do the math here. So 40, 45, 95, 1. So you need what, 240 or something like that? Yeah, 240 to do 1 rotation on each. We'll for sure get that in free-to-play stones. But anyway, guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.